Cecilia Nina Cavendish-Bentinck, who would later become the Countess of Strathmore and Kinghorn, was a British aristocrat whose life held notable significance in the story of the monarchy. She is best known as the mother of Queen Consort Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, the Queen Mother, and the maternal grandmother of Queen Elizabeth II, making her a key figure connecting the Victorian nobility of the 19th century with the modern British royal family. Born into a prominent aristocratic lineage and later married into the Scottish nobility, Cecilia played an essential role in preserving the continuity of the British dynasty. Beyond providing her family's heritage and values, she embodied devotion to her household and service to her society during a period of considerable historical change. Cecilia Cavendish-Bentinck was born on September 11, 1862 in Belgravia, London, at the heart of the British Empire. She was the eldest daughter of Reverend Charles Cavendish-Bentinck and Caroline Louisa Burnaby, linking her to the country's elite from birth. Her father was the grandson of William Cavendish-Bentinck, the 3rd Duke of Portland, a former British Prime Minister, while her mother belonged to the English landed gentry. Cecilia grew up in a privileged environment, receiving a private education, though her childhood was marked by the early death of her father. Following his passing, her mother remarried Henry Warren Scott, an officer in the Royal Guards, and the family settled at Forbes House, a stately home in Ham Common near Richmond. It was there that Cecilia met Lord Claude Bowes-Lyon, heir to an ancient Scottish noble house. Financial constraints initially delayed their engagement until 1881. On July 16, 1881, at just 18 years old, Cecilia married Lord Claude Bowes-Lyon at St. Peter's Church in Petersham, Surrey, taking on the name Cecilia Bowes-Lyon. Once Claude assumed management of the family estate at St. Paul's Waldenbury, ensuring a stable income suitable for an aristocratic household, the couple settled there and began raising a large family, ultimately having 10 children between 1882 and 1902. In 1904, following the death of his father, Claude inherited the title of 14th Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, along with the family's extensive estates, formally elevating Cecilia to the rank of Countess of Strathmore and Kinghorn. She distinguished herself as a gracious and capable hostess, talented in music, proficient in managing her household, and deeply invested in garden design, notably creating an Italian-style garden at Glamis. Though her social responsibilities were many, Cecilia cherished the tranquility of home life, dedicating herself to her family, gardening, embroidery, and her religious faith. Her life, however, was touched by sorrow, including the heartbreaking loss of her eldest daughter, Violet, in 1893. During the First World War, Cecilia and her family contributed to the war effort by converting Glamis Castle into a hospital for wounded soldiers. Cecilia actively managed the hospital and cared for the convalescent, with her daughter Elizabeth assisting. The war years brought personal grief. Her son Fergus was killed in action in 1915, and another son, Michael, was taken prisoner but survived. Cecilia herself developed abdominal cancer and underwent a hysterectomy in 1921. She recovered by mid-1922, just in time to witness her daughter Elizabeth's marriage to Prince Albert, Duke of York, on April 26, 1923. This union directly linked Cecilia to the British royal family, making her the mother-in-law of a future king. Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon's marriage to Prince Albert, Duke of York, in 1923 marked a profound turning point for the Bowes-Lyon family. Over the following years, Elizabeth grew into her role as a royal, balancing public duties with private family life, and her rise reflected the values and upbringing instilled by her mother, Cecilia. When Prince Albert unexpectedly became King George VI in 1936 following the abdication of his brother, Edward VIII, Elizabeth assumed the position of Queen Consort, and Cecilia's connection to the monarchy became even more pronounced. As the mother of the Queen, Cecilia was recognized not only as a senior member of the extended royal family, but also as a figure of guidance and support behind the scenes. Though she never sought public attention, her presence carried weight within the royal household, reflecting the continuity of aristocratic tradition and the grounding influence she had always provided to her children. In May 1937, she attended the coronation of King George and Queen Elizabeth, seated in the royal box alongside her daughter, her son-in-law, and close relatives. For Cecilia, this was a moment of immense personal pride and historical significance, witnessing the culmination of decades of careful nurturing and family devotion. Her role at this stage of life extended beyond ceremonial appearances. As Queen's mother, she embodied the values of discretion, duty, and stability, which had been central to her own life and upbringing. Through her example, she helped bridge the worlds of Victorian aristocracy and the modern monarchy, ensuring that her daughter could navigate the pressures of public life with poise and resilience. Cecilia's quiet yet profound influence underscored the importance of family guidance, illustrating how the lessons of one generation can shape the leadership and character of the next. By supporting her daughter during this pivotal period, Cecilia cemented her place not just in her family's history, but also in the broader story of the British monarchy. Cecilia's role as Countess involved more than managing estates. She became a respected figure in British aristocratic society. Known for her impeccable manners and charm, she excelled at hosting guests and organizing social events, from elegant dinners to grand receptions. Her musical talent, particularly on the piano, enriched gatherings, while her aesthetic taste was reflected in her personal style and the design of her homes and gardens. Despite these social obligations, Cecilia maintained her devotion to family and home life, skillfully balancing public and private roles. As a mother of 10, Cecilia combined Victorian discipline with warmth and affection, nurturing both independence and a sense of duty in her children. She instilled religious faith, empathy, and resilience, which profoundly shaped Elizabeth, the future Queen Mother. Cecilia's parenting emphasized moral responsibility, domestic competence, and devotion to family. This chapter explores the family dynamics, the joys of raising many children, and the ways she maintained a cohesive and loving household despite hardships. Life was not without hardship. Cecilia endured the deaths of several children, including Violet, Fergus, Alexander, and John, while simultaneously supporting her family and managing estates. The pressures of war, illness, and personal loss tested her strength, but she faced adversity with courage and determination. Her resilience allowed her to continue fulfilling her domestic and social duties, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to family and duty that left a lasting impression on her descendants. Cecilia spent her final years enjoying her children's achievements while contending with age and health troubles. In April 1938, she suffered a heart attack at her granddaughter Lady and Bowes-Lyon's wedding. She died on June 23, 1938 at her London residence at 38 Cumberland Mansions, aged 75, just over a year after witnessing her daughter's accession as Queen of the United Kingdom. She had outlived 4 of her 10 children. Her funeral was held at Glamis Castle, where she was buried in the family vault, a testament to her status and legacy. Cecilia Cavendish-Bentinck's life bridged the Victorian era and the interwar period, connecting aristocratic tradition with the modern monarchy. Cecilia's life spanned a transformative era, from Victorian England through the Edwardian period and into the interwar years. She witnessed the evolution of British society and the monarchy, serving as a bridge between traditional aristocratic values and the modern royal family. Her guidance and upbringing profoundly influenced her descendants, particularly Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon and Queen Elizabeth II, ensuring that the values of duty, service, and resilience endured across generations. Cecilia's life remains a testament to the power of family, tradition, and devotion in shaping history. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about her, comment Cecilia for a bigger version of this video. Until then, goodbye.